strong.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Let's see what's the topic today. The topic is force and laws of motion. That's my name and my grade. Force is the first word of our topic. Let's see what is meant by force. Force is generally a pull or push of an object. When two objects come in contact, they exert force upon each other. This is the example of push. The objects tend to be moving forward as the man exerts force on this object. And this is an example of pull. The objects tend to be moving along with the man as force is exerted here. We are going to see about the second half word of our topic, laws of motion. Actually, Newton has stated three laws of motion. First law of motion, second law of motion, and third law of motion. Now let's go to detail. First law of motion. First law of motion states that an object remains at rest until an external unbalanced force applied on it. This is the basic concept of first law of motion. Inertia is always referred with first law of motion. Let's see what is inertia detailed after two slides. Yes, the object here is dog in the swing. The swing tends to be moving forward as the man exerts the force on the swing. Therefore, the dog is enjoying the swing. And next, this is a fun. Of course, the girl kicks the another girl in anger and she is tending to fall down because of the force exerted. And this is also another example. And as I told, we are going to see about inertia. Inertia, it's a natural tendency of an object to resist a change in its state of rest. The mass of the object is measure of its inertia. Inertia can be normally explained with an example. Imagine that you are standing in a bus. When the bus accelerates, you used to move back, and the bus puts a brake, you used to go front. This is a normal example for inertia, and I am going to show a video example now. Yes. Here the truck has higher mass, so it exerts inertia on the car. The car tends to be fall down as it exerts inertia. And this is another example. And now we are going to see about the second law of motion. Second law of motion explains how the velocity of an object changes when it is subjected to an external force. It is generally that force is equal to mass into acceleration. It is that when the mass is higher, the acceleration must be also higher to exert a greater force. That's a simple concept. Next, we will see the derivation. To derive the second law of motion, F is equal to ma. Momentum P, which is equal to the mass into velocity. The change in momentum is directly proportional to P2 minus P1. Yes, it is directly proportional to mass into final velocity minus mass into initial velocity. Now, the m is taken as common. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to m into v minus u by t, because the rate comes here. Now we are bringing force. The applied force is directly proportional to mass into difference of velocity by time. Now, to remove the directly proportional to, we are adding a constant k, and let's go to the next step. Now F is equal to kma as A is equal to V minus U by T. As the constant is 1, F is equal to ma is the desired formula. And let's see example. Yes, here the fielder catches the ball and tends to move his hand towards the ground because the force is in that direction. And here the mass of the truck is higher, the acceleration of the man is lower, so the force is not enough to move this truck. Third law of motion, it's a very easy one. Newton's third law of motion states that in nature every action has an equal and opposite reaction. For example, if you are a cricket lover, throw a ball onto a wall, okay, the ball comes to you again because you have exerted some force and again it is giving the same force, the ball comes to you. This is a great example of third law of motion, and I will show some more. Yes, this is called the recoil effect. As the bullet moves forward, it gives an action in the reverse direction. Okay, you may see this in free fire, and here it's a example of gym. Yes, you can understand this. This is also another example for the third law of motion. This is also an example for recoil. I trust that you all love this video. Please like, share, subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified of my videos. Let's see you next video, guys.